We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
19, go.
On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Come on, guys, dig deep.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
Come on. Ready.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Ready.
3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Go. Ready.
To throw is Daniels. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Broncos 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
1 down, only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs.
To the air goes Daniels. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other.
48-yard line.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of 1st downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got the lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Get it. 6, Panther, 19 tight, 19 tight, 19 Lions.
Daniels looking to throw. That is caught by Laporta. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Sam Laporta, 38 yards. And the Broncos are on the board here first in the season opener. The point after is good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Looking to put a drive together.
Seven Pirates.
Off the play fake. Here's Sanders. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1. A lot more to go. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. They'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down.
Taking down at the 41. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 7.
Ready.
To throw is Sanders. Over the middle, caught by London. Now we'll pause for an injured player, and that's wide receiver Drake London, who's shaken up. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
Ready.
From the shotgun, Sanders. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big play there on the catch and run. 31 yards.
It's got to feel good to hit on one of these in the first quarter of a brand new season. They're hoping this duo can really make some noise this year. And this is a great start. A big play here early in the ball game.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Robinson up the middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
This is 2nd and 8. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Let's go. Panther 60. Panther 60. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Cougar 19. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Let go.
Now Sanders. Toward the pylon, caught. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
Robinson. Touchdown, Falcons. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
And now it's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. And after all that, they're going to start out with unbelievable field position on the return. So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Daniels. Open man, that's to Slaw. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
2nd and 10.
Here we go. Steady.
Over the middle, he's got to Slaw. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 19. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Okay, quick.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Ready, go.
Dobbins running out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Ready. 18 Cardinal. Ready.
Off the RPO, he completes it. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
And Dobbins, he is not going to get there. They stop him short of the line to gain.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
60 Eagles. Let go.
They get this out quickly to the left side. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
Come on. Set. 70 Timberwolf.
Dobbins will take it in. Touchdown, Denver.
Did my eyes deceive me, or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
A little old school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt. He's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
35-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Ready.
After 1, it's 13-6. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up.
Reload.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
Stephanie Ryan. 60 Bobcat. Ready.
To throw now, here's Sanders. And that will be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Here's Daniels. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A great play there. 42 yards. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. It makes it hard to defend.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
3rd and 4.
Come on. Set. Press all 80. 60 backwards.
Again, it's Robinson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Check, Panthers.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Falcons. Bijan Robinson. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Falcons have cut it back within a score.
How about the vision on the run here? This one's intended to just be a straight dive up the middle. But once he gets through traffic, he sees that the open space is to the outside. So he's just going to angle himself out wide and win the race to the pylon.
Extra point try now from Dicker. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good.
Broncos 20, Falcons 13.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A big play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Broncos have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And the returner down to a knee. This will come out to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo, and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
At the 38-yard line.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 7.
Get it. Pass the 60. Pass the 60.
Robinson on a give right side. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. The completion on first didn't get much. Another run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
The Falcons on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. On play action, here's Shadur. He goes full extension, and he's got it. A good pickup there at 22.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Cougar 19.
They'll run this one right with Robinson. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Robinson with another carry. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Here we go. Set. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Ready.
Here's Sanders. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 18. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Sanders. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Here we go. Here we go. Cowboy 80.
Sanders to throw. That is caught. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Bronco 80. Mustang 19.
Throwing, Sanders. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Dicker down to tack on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Makes the score Broncos 27, Falcons 20.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Now Daniels. Looking deep now for McCoy. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos would extend their lead here just before halftime. And this is turning out to be something to monitor as this game goes along. That's now 3 touchdown catches for him here in this first half alone. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. The second half begins with a run by Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Short completion, just 4 yards. And 3rd and 8 now.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Sanders. Got his man. That's Davis. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
19-18.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And down to the 41.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Robinson's got it. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. Here comes 3rd and about a foot. Now they'll change things around before the snap. Out of the gun here, Sanders. Got his man, it's London. Touchdown, Falcons. Drake London, 33 yards. And the Falcons are back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
34. Falcons 27.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So pass interference, the call there. Always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the second half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the first, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
19 tight, 19 tight. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Ready.
To throw is Daniels. Throw left side complete. That's McCoy. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
18, Panther 11, Panther 11. Cup 19, 79 Broncos.
Daniels going to throw for it. Looking deep now for McCoy. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. Escapes the defender. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 112 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
From the gun, it's Sanders. Got a man, it's London. Called out a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes in that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a good effort there after the catch. He looked the ball in and then tried to get it to the goal line. What a nice tackle to get him down, but they're set up well now. 1st and goal at the 1.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Warriors, step, ready. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready.
From the gun, it's Shador. And this throw incomplete. Have a defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. 70.
Now they'll audible to something else. Now they'll empty out the backfield. On 3rd and goal, Sanders. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Falcons have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the 2nd half. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
2nd and 9.
Let's go now. Ready.
Daniels looking to throw. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Ready. Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Welcome back now to Denver. All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
Ready.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
Cougar 19.
To the air goes Daniels. He finds McCoy. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. They will look for some important yardage on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 60-yard boot.
Viking 18, Dragon 60, 18, Pioneer.
Looking to throw. Daniels. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Bronco 80, ready.
Now Daniels going to give it up on the touch pass. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Isaac to Slaw from a yard out. And the Broncos answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. No problem there on the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. To the sideline and incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
79 Broncos. Buffalo 18. Go.
They go play action now. Sanders. And a quick shovel pass here is complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
Ready.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Credit there goes to those guys up front.
Certainly does, but we're also seeing how quarterbacks are doing it nowadays on the sneak. When I played high school ball, my coach John Ford used to say, just get down behind those guys and pick up the first down. Now these guys might hesitate to count, use their vision in their eyes, and find the crease and dive for it that way.
Hand off now to Robinson. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Second down and 8.
Hey, pass. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Dragon 60.
Play action. It's Sanders. And he hits the tight end. It's Davis. Look at the big fella go. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A big play there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Extra point try now from Dicker. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. What a start to the season this has been. Back and forth, all tied fourth quarter as the kick is away here. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
No. Here we go. Strike. Ready.
The drive will commence with and now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Falcons grab it. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here comes second down.
Come on. Panther 60.
Robinson, he'll try the left side. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
60. Panther all 80. 60 Maverick. Go.
From the shotgun, Sanders. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
70 Timberwolves. Ready.
On the give, here's Robinson. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
Let's go now.
To throw now, here's Sanders. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's third down now.
19 Lions.
Now Sanders. Looking left side of him, he's got a man. That's Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a fourth down?
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Panther 11. Panther 60-6.
Back to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
70 Ranger. 70. Mustang 60 Eagle. 60 Eagle. Dragon 60.
They'll look to throw. Keeps himself upright. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Ready.
He'll look to throw. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Here we go. 70, 19 Charger, 19 60 Bobcat, 18 Pioneer, 19 Type, 19 Buffalo 18. Let's go.
He's back to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready.
The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee. CD, always a little extra excitement for week one, and one of our early window games here in week one on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well.